I'm here now. Okay. Very important thing I want to share with you today. It's about the chronic wasting disease that's been going around affecting deer, elk, and moose. You've probably heard about it in the news, I don't know, podcasts. Maybe you haven't heard about it. Maybe this is the first time for you. Well, today I want to tell you what it is. So this disease, this chronic wasting disease that's affecting deer, elk, and moose is a little bit different than the normal disease you'll think about. We often think of diseases such as fungi, bacteria, and viruses that can get into our bodies and affect us. Well, this one's not so much caused by an different outside organism. It's actually caused by abnormal proteins that are in the brain that are folded and twisted into a different wrong direction than they normally should be, and it creates prions. So prion is just a simple abnormal protein that is affecting these animals, and when it affects them, it is fatal. Right now there is no cure for them, and it's something that will eventually lead to their death. And so it can lead to things such as loss of weight. They eventually kind of lose their mind, they go a little bit crazy. If you ever ran into one in the wild, it probably wouldn't be scared of you anymore. And so just a slow deterioration of the body, because it affects the brain and slowly just deteriorates it. And so everything that the brain controls just slowly deteriorates over time. And so as animals slowly deteriorate, it can spread these proteins to other animals. And it doesn't do it like humans. If we sneeze, we have like a virus, we sneeze, that throws it airborne, and then other people can breathe it in and get that virus. But this is a little different, because this disease cannot necessarily go airborne. It's usually passed through direct contact, through like bodily fluids, or even poop that the animals leave behind in the environment. And so, if animals come along and it comes in contact with like some deer poop, it's a possibility somehow it gets it in its system, eats it, somehow it's on the plants that it eats. It can get those prions into its system, and then it can cause the other proteins in its brain to start to become abnormal and to change. And this is a big problem because it can last a long time in the environment, and they're really hard to kill. They're really durable, so the sun, so like solarization and heat, won't kill them. So they can last in the environment for a couple years, to like some articles I read up to 4 years. And so it's a serious problem. So something that can, there may at the time be no deer. You've been able to eliminate all the sick deer, but new deer can move in, they can come in contact with those prions that are in the environment, and then boom, you have more deer, more elk, more moose that are sick. And so this is a cause for great concern, and that's why there's a lot of research and time and energy going in to figure out how to stop this spread. And right now it's in about, I think, over 400 counties, and it's about 31 states. A lot of it is centered around like Wyoming and Colorado, that area, spreading out from that area. And so this is something that people, especially hunters who are around deer a lot, and elk and moose need to be concerned about, something they need to be thinking about when they're out hunting. When they see an animal who doesn't look well, who seems to kind of be deteriorating mentally, should be reported to the Fish and Game, so that they can come take a look and make sure that this animal is not spreading that disease elsewhere. And there's other precautions that we can take when we are harvesting deer. We can make sure we wear gloves, the knife that we use to gut the deer and to get it all prepared to take it into harvest the meat. We can make sure that that knife is the only knife we use at the gutting and the harvesting part in the field. And then when we get back to where we're going to cut it up and get the meat off of it, we need to make sure that we use a different knife. And we need to avoid areas such as like the brain, the spine, the spleen, the lymph nodes. Those places have a higher concentrations of prions. And so those places are more likely to have those abnormal proteins, so it's more likely we can come in contact with them there. And like I was saying earlier, prions are really, really hard to kill, really hard to get rid of. And so if you have a knife and you've used it to gut a deer, other equipment you've used to cut up an animal, we need to make sure that first you soak it in bleach for about an hour, because a normal dishwasher, the heat from a normal dishwasher won't kill it. And so when you're soaking in bleach for an hour, and then a next measure you can take is to put it into a pressure cooker for about an hour. So doing those two things can is about the only thing that we have available right now to kill prions and to eliminate them completely. And say if you had some meat that had the prions in it, if you cooked it, the heat from the stove from cooking it won't kill those prions in the meat. And so that's why it's very important, you know, you want to make sure the animal is healthy and it looks good when you are, you know, choosing the deer you want to try to get during your hunting season. So we just need to be cautious when we're, you know, around deer. And right now there's no worry about it spreading to us, to like cows, to other animals. Right now it's only affecting deer, elk, and moose. But this is something that we need to know about and to be cautious. So just check your local area whenever you go hunting, just to make sure, you know, the wasting disease is not out there. You know, look it up, just kind of get a feel about what a deer with this disease has, and follow these steps and do these things. Should be safe. And right now there's no health concern to humans, but just something to be cautious about. So remember to look out for it, and if you want to learn more about such topics and other agricultural topics, make sure you subscribe to the below, and make sure you check out my store. I'm selling some duckweed fertilizer in it, and if you want to check that out, look at the description below. But gotta go tell the people. Bye.